Hello, it's game time. Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing a revised 4 on BGA with Mason Baker, Kushroom Elector, and P2W. So there's small scale farmer here, there's conjurer. What do I want? There's carpenter. Small scale farmer is pretty solid. I also like conjurer. I like revised conjurer quite a bit. So maybe I could just first pick that and decide what else to do after. I don't really think I want to take tutor. Let's start with conjurer here. I could first pick roof baluster and want to get carpenter back. That's another option. Well, I feel like I got rewarded pretty quick for not taking small scale farmer because here's childless, and childless is awesome. So gonna take childless here. It's maybe marginally worse because of conjurer, but I just don't have to play conjurer. I just get childless out ASAP. So feel better about having not taking small scale farmer. And part maybe in revised I need to value small scale farmer a little lower because I bet it's not as good in this format. I'm thinking of G456 where you have cards like Lighthouse, occupations that let you grow without building a room, that kind of thing. So well, there's Pastor and Lutenist. Hmm. Do I want to pass Pastor to the small scale farmer? I mean it's not crazy. I think it's fine to pass it. Um, do I want to block Lutenist? Or do I actually want to play adoptive parents? So the nice thing about adoptive parents is that with childless, I can just slow play family growth, and then whenever I get it without having to do much work, I can adoptive parents. So that's an okay option. Could grab Master Bricklayer here with the idea of building some major improvements. Let's go adoptive parents because I think I would pick with this start. I would pick cards like Sleeping Corner extremely highly. Whoa. Wow, Priest here and House Steward here. That's crazy. But I'm going to take Braggart. Yep, Priest and House Steward both quite good. So I'm hoping to get Carpenter back here, I think. To go after the House Steward points. But yeah, we've got Priest, Pastor, and Small Scale Farmer for someone sitting after me. So that's a lot of resources. So if that player has a way to play occupation, so the problem, well, the one problem with that is that you have to feed and play the ox. So that means like what you're really hoping for is a way to feed your family. Wow, small scale farmer came back. I'm pretty surprised by that actually. Um, I don't think I want to take tutor. I don't think I want to do anything that slows my childless. I think this is probably roof baluster with an eye on Braggart as well as thinking about House Steward. I don't know if I'm feeding with a cooking hearth or an oven yet, so value animal dealer a bit lower. But yeah, like right now, I'm not even like maybe I play adoptive parents, but probably only if I get like sleeping corner or something. Yeah, I'll take sheepwalker, sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna take firewood collector. I'll take sheepwalker. Now, the sheepwalker, the ability to turn the sheep into vegetables are less good with my childless conjurer here, but just the ability to threaten it is so strong. Did they not hear? I typed in chat that I was leaving. Guess I'll just close the window so they can't ping me. Hey, DUCR, Ducker with the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Brand new Prime sub. Ducker, thank you so much for the support and congratulations on family growthing. Let's get some Play-agricola.com in the chat. Wow, Pastor and Lutenist are both here. What is this game? I don't think I need Lutenist at all. I'll grab Pastor here, just in case it comes up to play it. Ooh, Caravan. So Caravan is a way to make... This is like one of the few cards that makes all the two house cards worthwhile in this format. The one problem with Caravan is it's a lot of food. It's a lot of food. It also does not help me towards the House Steward points, and there is Axe sitting here. So I could go after Axe. I could go after Junk Room with Braggart as well. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what I should be taking here. The ability to grow unexpectedly with Caravan is extremely strong. Extremely strong. Glad to find this channel. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Was there, if you don't mind telling me how you were referred or whatever, I'm interested to hear how that came to be. How people find the channel. I could take Carpenter's part. I could definitely take Axe here. Let's go Axe. I've got Roof Baluster. I know how Stewart is in the game. I'm gonna take Axe here. I like Shepherd's Crook in games with Axe because I could definitely do a cover 8 spaces, 2 pastures, 3 rooms, 2 fields layout. So something like Shepherd's Crook is okay here. Not going to take Strawberry Patch. Sack Card is okay. The 2 wood is a cost, and also I have Childless, so I just don't really need it. Same with Large Greenhouse. And Shifting Cultivation is a passing miner, which I don't want with Braggart, so I think I'm just going to take Shepherd's Crook here. Anything that would help me play more improvements, I'd be pretty interested in, but haven't seen any of those yet. Okay, so Manger, 2 wood for 3 points with my anticipated Shepherd's Crook layout. We've got Hard Porcelain to help me build some more majors. Brook is fine. I think Lumber Mill is a solid option. The only problem with Lumber Mill is it requires 2... Well, so what I could do with Lumber Mill, actually, is I could play Roof Baluster round 1. Roof Baluster round 1 into start player Lumber Mill. And then take Reedstone Food. And then after Reedstone Food, I'm ready to start player Carpenter's Parlor. Maybe. Maybe. Playing Agricola for a long time with friends in person. Awesome. Well, it's a great game, so glad that people are still playing it. I called out Sleeping Corner. All right. All right. Also, this is looking like every single one of my miners are going to have a wood cost on it. So that makes me like the round 1 Lumber Mill play a lot more. Now, the problem with the round 1 Lumber Mill play is what I really want to do is take 2 Reed round 2 with Axe. but I kind of have to take Reedstone food for my carpenter's parlor. But yeah. So the thing is, so they posted about this. They said these are they that I think all the cards that are going to be implemented are implemented. So the card pool is just not that big. So yeah, it's going to be very possible to build your game. Like if there's a card that's drafted on average fifth or later, you're going to be able to very reliably get it. So I wonder if there's like a meta decision like, you should take cards like small scale farmer higher because you're much more likely to get other stuff. Yeah, I like Junk Room here. Never playing Mantelpiece in a House Steward game. Herring Pot is okay as well, but I like Junk Room here. This is just grow, grow, grow the hand. That's all this hand cares about, just growing. Um, Yeah, so I have sleeping corner here, so planting vegetables seems like something I might not do with strawberry patch, especially if I do my anticipated two field layout. So I'm going to take large greenhouse here. Just because with Braggart, there's a really big cost to taking strawberry patch and then never being able to play it. And ooh, yeah, I'll take hard porcelain, sure. It's not like I have a crazy source of clay or anything, but maybe I get some good clay grabs. Do I want Brook? I mean, if I play Lumber Mill round one, I really do not mind playing. Like, normally with all these expensive miners, I'd be worried about having the resources to play them. But if I'm going to do the Lumber Mill round one line, then it's probably okay. Hey! Mushroom Collector playing Mushroom Collector round one. Oh, also, apparently there's a way to organize your hand. Yeah, you can click and drag stuff now. So I can do like that. But it's time to make my move, so. Ooh, Reedstone food being there. It's possible I get two Reedstone food actions. I think I'm gonna do the line that I called out. I think I'm gonna do the line that I called out. The lumber mill round one line. It just seems like it's a really strong line in a braggart game. And like it makes me really happy playing start player anytime I want to, so should have said GLHF earlier. Oh, someone took start player. Green did. Green's playing start player Pitchfork. Okay. So I'll take 2 wood then. So it means I get Reedstone food or 2 reed round 2. And I'm happy with either of those. I could also think about playing Sheepwalker with the intention of grabbing the first sheep, since Major Minor hasn't flipped yet with getting the first sheep grab. Oh, green gonna play an Auk. Okay. So they played Pitchfork, so is this like Field Watchman here? Because they could have played an Auk round one, right? But they chose to take 3 wood instead. Seasonal worker. Um, that doesn't seem like a combo. Yeah, I'll grab the 2 reed here given my axe. And I probably start player second action. If Auk is there, I will consider playing Sheepwalker, but probably I just am trying to get my childless online. Awk is there, but if I do this, then I'm kind of tight on food. I don't think I want to make my food that tough. Just get the lumber mill out here. Red grabs 2 clay. Awk not taken yet is unusual. But I mean, I spent a bunch of food round one, so. There we go. There's Awk. And woodcutter. So woodcutter plus mushroom collector. So classic, I want to take wood lineup. Um, 2 4 wood actions and 1 3 food action. I could definitely take reedstone food and wheel one of them here. I think, and if I don't, then I wheel 3 food action, which I think I'm. But probably fireplace is being built. Yeah, so I wheel a wood action here. So I think taking reedstone food is important. Someone plays an ox, so I'm going to wheel 4 wood here, which is excellent. Now I do need a 4 food action. I do really want a 4 food action next round, but that's okay. 3 food, because the problem is if the both the food actions get taken and I get day labor, I have to take day labor round 4. Then I don't have the food to play that card that I want to play, childless. But yeah, this is looking good. I can consider taking a tactical beggar also to read stone food, and then start player axe to double build in 5. I can do that as well. The thing is, building the first room is good. How good is it when I have childless? Not sure. Certainly, the reedstone food action is very good for me. And yeah, I mean, everyone has more than 4 food already, so I think it's very likely I get a 4 food action next round. Playing clay pipe. So red is really creating a take wood 2 or 3 times, like really just take all the wood and get 4 food for doing so. Interesting. Or take 4 wood, 3 wood. Yeah, if you don't mushroom collect. There's a bit of a tension there with mushroom collector because sometimes you're choosing between mushroom collector and clay pipe. Um, but yeah, if you get good enough actions, then it really does not matter. 6 clay. Yeah, I guess red when they took their 2 clay, they took it in round 2. They took it from the 2 wood space, which is not what I would normally see, or not what I would normally expect. Normally, you expect that when you're taking clay early, you usually want to take the clay that accumulates faster a lot of the time. So this is for me. It's a 4 food action into start player axe, and then round 5 is build into childless. And when I play childless, I'm essentially saying, "Hey, do you want to start player to grow first? Go ahead. Um, I'm fine with that. And if you don't, no big deal." I definitely could still play my adoptive parents. I'm kind of late on food right now, but if if food is plentiful enough at the table because they're doing stuff like what mushroom collecting and sheep did flip early, so maybe I have the food for adoptive parents. What is this? Scythe worker. Play this card, you get a grain. Field phase, you can harvest an additional grain from each of your fields. Okay. Blue taking the 6 clay over taking wood for building. So blue could be on the priest line. The problem is green is doing some kind of odd stuff, so I don't know how much I love the priest line here. There's going to be a ton of good actions for me next round. Yeah, because I'm going to want reedstone food. I'm going to want 6 wood. I'm going to want 5 wood. There's going to be some really good actions for me next round. I'm going to want 5 food traveling players. Like, all these actions are going to be good. If it's family growth in 5, if it's family growth in 5 and I get build into traveling players, oh man. Yeah, build into traveling players I think is what I have to do here. Or sorry, I can do traveling players into build. I don't have to first section build. Well, you know what? I could resource market here. Oh man, passing on 6 wood feels bad, but double building is awesome. Really good. Double building is really good here. The other thing that would be nice would be taking clay so that I can play junk room on family growth. So like clay into build next round. Hmm. Certainly double building seems good. I don't know if it's 6 not taking 6 wood good, but double building seems good. Yeah. And if I'm growing in 6 and maybe 7, I don't think I can afford to go after adoptive parents. But that's okay. Yeah, past really good wood actions there, which is tough. But that's okay. My braggart is very happy seeing round 5 family growth. Yeah, and childless is dead, but that's okay. I'm gonna play junk room and large greenhouse or whatever. I do need to take clay, of course. Ooh, green plowing here. Yeah, green is doing some odd stuff. If you're gonna plow early, you really need. I think you really need cards like. If you're gonna plow early like this, you would want something like Sleeping Corner to catch you up. Blue's gonna start player. So blue start player probably means they're gonna. Oh, they're gonna play Caravan. Oh, I got wrecked. I got wrecked here by Caravan. Oh, I did not expect that. Yeah, and they definitely had the food for it thanks to their first sheep grab. So, oh well, I had to build there anyways. I feel a bit bad about not taking the really good resource actions, but that's okay. I mean, in all likelihood, well, I guess blue might pressure my build. Blue might force me to start player, but certainly they have to family growth first, and they would have to build second. So I know they can't start player next round. So anyone other than blue taking start player, including me, I grow in 7. But yeah, Caravan, Dan's game. Rammed Clay is good. Yeah. Red takes the traveling players, makes total sense. I could take 2 reed. Taking 2 reed helps me, like I'm ready, I'd be ready to build again. Like I could room block to keep blue off of growing. But certainly I think I like a clay action here. I like a clay action because it sets me up for junk room. Double building and not getting childless out feels a lot worse now because, of course, if I had 2 procs of childless, then I would not care about blue jumping me at all. I'd say fine, no problem. Caravan is so stupidly OP. I mean, it's really annoying, but I would not describe it as OP. Um, because the 3 food cost is very significant. But yeah, anything that lets you start player and hold, like I think one of the problems with Caravan is that it just doesn't have, like, there's no prerequisite to it aside from just have enough food and enough wood. So I think even like Treehouse is annoying, but like you have to be in clay, so at least you have to put a little bit of work in. Storehouse Keeper. So green is. I have no idea what green is doing. I like Reedstone food actions. I like read actions. I think I'm taking clay here, though. I think I want the clay actions because it lets me spam start player to grow if I need to. Blue gonna build again. So blue building does force start player for me if I don't play childless here. I could play childless. What I would love is for green to start player here, saying green is gonna get 6 wood as compensation for start playering. That's what I would really like to see. But no, it's not gonna happen. So this means I have to start player to grow. I could think about setting up my sleeping corner, but I just need to grow, unfortunately. Growing is important here. Yeah, passing another round of really good wood actions, but nothing I can do about that. Hmm. Just play Shepherd's Crook. I'm not sure about how good Hard Porcelain will be this game. Let's play Shepherd's Crook for now. So my second action, if I can take, 5 clay, I can take one of the wood actions. Blue does take start player. So blue is really focusing on growing. And red is just kind of saying thank you so very much. Because, yeah, red is getting unlimited wood, which they really appreciate with their cards. The 5 wood is gone. All right, so I'm taking the 5 clay then, which is kind of like taking a bunch of wood. I could play an occupation here, but I think the 5 clay is good. I definitely am considering building a 5th room. Definitely knowing about church, House Steward. And especially because I have Braggart, extra family growth actions are just so good for me. Oh no, I laid out my farm wrong for Shepherd's Crook. Oh no. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Shepherd's Crook. These rooms should be up here. Crap. Crap, I totally forgot about that. Oh, whoops. Whoops. That was silly by me. I was gonna do the Shepherd's Crook for 4 sheep. Oh, that was bad. Hmm. Yeah, that was really silly. Darn. This is where on Play-agricola I'd say, "Oh, I forgot about Shepherd's Crook. Can I change my layout?" But not allowed on when the rules are enforced here. Red taking fencing here pretty much forces blue to take the sheep if they want it. They're fencing 12 big. Hmm, interesting. They did play manger. No, they're changing their mind. Junk room is any improvement, not just minors, right? Yeah, any improvement. But yeah, 14 food already is kind of gross. For red. 14 food and 13 wood is kind of gross. Took me longer than I'd like to admit to realize Shepherd is better square plus square than L plus square to save the wood. Yeah. You know, fence configurations are like, I'm not sure exactly what kind of math problem they are, but there's some kind of math problem. I remember Kimball talking about shared wall and saying that it took someone talking with him to be like, no, shared wall is not better if you do 3 rooms and then one in the middle for 5 adjacent spaces because you've just cost yourself an extra wood on your outer fencing. Or that at least they're the same. They're not. It's not better, but it's the same at least. Yeah, and green is kind of doing random stuff. Hard to account for what green is doing. Be great if they took more start player actions. That's what I want. But the problem is, if you don't grow, you can never take start player. You don't grow, you can just never take start player because you don't have the actions to. All right. Well, I need wood. I need wood. I need reed. I would like stone. I don't necessarily need stone, but I would like stone. But yeah, I need wood and reed in particular, and I need food, of course. Need food going into the next harvest. It seems like I might get family growth with no effort in 9, so that would be good. Family growth with no effort is always good. Um, yeah, so if I play, let's say I play a major improvement here. Let's say I do something like start player porcelain. Yeah, let's say I do something like start player hard porcelain. I guess playing greenhouse is solid as well because I didn't play childless. So getting the vegetable out of greenhouse is good. Um, I could play conjurer. I could play conjurer here and take 2 food grain wood. Yeah, I could do that. Do something like 3 wood. Problem players. I don't know. 2 read is also okay, but 2 read is not a great action. I would really rather get 3 read. Okay. Green taking the resources to double build, I guess. Maybe. The problem is their double build gets wrecked by me. Yeah, porcelain into the pottery is an okay option. I would like to take wood. I just don't think I can afford to take this 3 wood. I think I need to start player here. I think I'm going to start player hard porcelain here. It gets me my one food for conjure also. And if green doesn't build, I can always first move fish next round. Oh, Ox getting taken. That's okay. I can still expensive Ox. Phew. Blue playing card. Red taking 2 reed. Yeah. I really want 3 reed. I want enough reed to reno, basically. Like, I don't want to just take reed for enough reed for another room. I want to take enough reed to reno as well. But I do need to figure out my feeding. So, like, playing the pottery here seems like an okay option. Could do that instead of conjurer. But playing conjurer lets me play a large greenhouse on family growth next round, which seems good. Also, it leads towards clay oven, which seems also seems very good. Taking the 4 clay here. So green's in a bad spot because if green doesn't build here, then red can build in 9 and then red doesn't have to start player to beat green to family growth in 10. It just is a rough spot to be in general. And then my plan is pretty much take traveling players every 2 or 3 rounds the rest of the way. Probably every 2 rounds, most likely, because I'm gonna want the green. Yeah, so red being this is annoying for me. Red building here is really annoying for me because this forces first action growth, and they could have first action built themselves next round. I did get my stuff for Conjurer good, so they did fix that. That's good. I have to first move grow here. If I want the well, I have to build it with my next move, most likely. Looks like blue's getting ready for the well. So red's filled their farm already, which is pretty nice. But not being able to build a 5th room is a bit sad. Also, the manger, I wonder if they're used to original manger because I definitely learned this the other day. Revised manger, you have to cover 10 spaces for the 4 points. 9 spaces is kind of suboptimal with revised manger. 3-4 wood action, which is funny. Ooh, is that major minor? Ooh, major minor being blocked is bad for me. This means I'm pretty much forced to read stone food into Reno. And red could Reno. So I'm pretty much forced to take Reedstone food here. And hope that the player after me does not want Reno. Do I have any other ways to get food? I don't think so. And they're renovating. Rutro! So I can take day labor and eat a raw grain. That's bad. That's pretty bad. Eating the raw grain here is really bad. Yeah. Kind of got screwed on the family growth queue here. Kind of got screwed by Caravan. But I passed it, so it's always possible. Yeah. Blue and red have been crushing me. Have been really crushing me. Just yeah, and now being third sucks, and then ranch for blue. Nice. I mean, they're doing good stuff. They're doing good stuff. I feel like I'm a little unlucky to be sitting after green, who is just totally clowning. Green has never start playered for the family growth queue, for example, and I would like to be the beneficiary of that at some point, but unfortunately, that's not been the case at all. So I think I'm getting a little screwed by that here. Having to eat my raw grain is so bad. Having to eat this instead of getting another four food is really bad. Oh well, not much I can do about that. Can I hit restart turn here? Does it do anything? Doesn't do anything. Good. But certainly red is in the lead right now with their ranch. Now they are kind of like they have 24. You know what? They have 24. They have 24 food. Red can kind of do anything the rest of the way. The only yeah, they are a little limited on their animals, like what animals they can hold, and they're limited in that if I build a fifth room, they cannot win the house steward points. So that's something I have to consider. I wonder if yeah, I don't think I can afford to take a beggar here. I think there's no way. I think I have to do second move traveling players into clay oven this round. Yeah, take wood, take traveling players, clay oven, I think is my line. And think about even the pottery as well. Because I do have 6 improvements played already for my braggart, which is good. Ooh, how manservant as well. Very nice. Yep. Yeah, nice stuff for Mason Baker. So they first picked Scholar, which I'm not that huge on Revised Scholar, but if you get a bunch of Ox that you're happy playing after renovating to stone, then it's still very good. The reason that I'm down on it is because of course you can't play the major improvements, but yeah, 20 food in round 10 is very good for red here. Almost like mushroom collector is actually and clay pipe is actually all the food they need the rest of the way. They don't actually need any other feeding engine, and they don't have to eat any points too, which is nice. The problem is they are kind of limited in how many points they can get, but all right, carpenter, late carpenter. Oh, I don't really want a reno. I guess if I'm building the fifth room, I don't really want a reno, right? And I might want to build the fifth room. Mining hammer, nice. Yeah, that's another 2 points. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to play around playing revised 4 player. I'm gonna have to play around caravan. I'm just gonna have to assume. I'm gonna probably it's probably gonna make sense to play around caravan. It's probably gonna make sense to try to take advantage of caravan myself to make sure that I have a game plan that can use caravan. That's probably gonna be something that I should keep in mind. Man, I'm feeling really bad about not laying out my farm properly. That was really silly by me. The cost it lets me spend an extra wood for a point, but would have been better just to have the 2 extra sheep. I could have built a cooking hearth here to go after these sheep with my also. I could have done that, but I'm worried about the sheep just getting taken. Although I guess, yeah, I guess blue could have taken the sheep with their last move, yeah. Oh, I have a move still here. Oh, I totally forgot I had 4 family members. Whoops. I totally forgot I had 4 family members. Well, I would like to plow. Wow, Reedstone. I should have Reedstone food and built then. Yeah, I should have Reedstone food and built. I could have grown next round. Oh man, I thought I only had 3 moves here. That was a big mistake by me then. Yeah, I should have been setting up to grow. And blue had one more move too. Right, of course, yeah, because we both have 4 family members. Whoops. Whoops. The family member getting cut down on the caravan is kind of because like you know most of the time you're just gonna look here. The fact that it's down on the caravan is not ideal, but I mean it is the way it works. It's the way the card works. Hedge keeper. Okay. So the revised hedge keeper, you don't have to pay for the first wood. Normally you have to pay for the first wood. You don't have to with revised hedge keeper. Fence 3 first action. Okay. So they can grab a pair of cattle. Thing is, cattle's getting taken by blue with their next move, right? And green needs to build here. Because if they don't build, I'm going to build. So if they, assuming they build, what's my action? They're going to day labor. They don't want to build grow because they're going to starve, I suppose. Well, I'm going to build my 5th room then. And cry about not laying out my farm correctly for Shepherd's Crook. So no miner for me to play. Because I can't play Sleeping Corner. I don't have the fields, but certainly 3 wood and plow are actions that I want now. Building the pottery this round could be a good option. Let's see, red just played that. So red is ready to build the pottery. Although not on Reno. And I would think maybe red is going to Reno Stone Oven here for points. No, the pottery's more points though. Looking at the master bricklayer here. It does seem like there's a lot of wood in the game considering how many rooms have been built. And considering how much wood has been spent on improvements. It does seem like there's a lot of wood in the game. So I guess that's House Steward plus the woodcutter to a certain extent. Hedgekeeper has not put much wood in yet. And I guess my carpenters or my lumber mills put a bit of wood in as well. And my axe to a certain degree. Plow's taken. That's too bad. If I want the pottery, I probably have to build it here, right? I think that's what I do. I guess I could build the joinery. I do save a wood on the joinery. The problem is there's a very big cost to eating wood the rest of the way. There's less of a cost to eating clay. There's a really big cost to eating wood the rest of the way. So then I'm going to do family growth and 4 clay as my remaining 2 moves. And make sure that I reno in 12. So I'm in 12, I'm going to want plow, wood, reno. That's kind of my plan the rest of the way. Getting the 2 fields is a luxury at this point, to be honest. The clay is really important. Yeah, because the clay is what's going to let me get to a stone house. And also feed me with the pottery at the same time. Yeah, stone oven here, I would think. For red. Yeah. Yeah, the stone oven would have been good for me as well to get another bake action. No miners to play. So I'm at 8 improvements for Braggart. I'm getting put in last here. Yeah. Yeah, I've just been in third and fourth too much this game, I think. The caravan plus being last so much has really been killer. And green just refusing to start player. Absolutely. Like normally in the family growth queue, like you go last for a bit, but it's okay but it's okay because someone else has to start player to grow, but that's not been the case this game at all. And the problem is I have a ton of actions here, 15 actions remaining, but I need very specific actions to get enough points to win, and I think I'm just too far behind. They're playing their own minimalist game. I do not think minimalist is in this collection. On the upside, there's a decent chance I get 5 or 6 wood here. There's a decent chance I get 6 wood first action. Because, I mean, does blue really need it? Blue doesn't need it. Blue's going to family growth. Does red need it? Red doesn't need any more wood. Aside from building the joinery, I guess. Which is another way for them to get points. Yeah. It's a pretty late tutor. But I guess it makes your remaining 2 ox that are probably not that good worth a couple points. Worth a point each. Lets you pay a food for a point. 3 food for 2 points. Yeah, red is still taking wood. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I would have liked red to have start playered or something. But yeah, probably going after the joinery, which makes sense. And green takes wood as well. Yeah, that sinks my game. That I think that just means I'm out of the game. I am no longer competitive. That's too bad. I mean, I could have gone for the. I could have tried to steal the first sheep grab myself. I was really focused on getting my carpenter's bench out. Really focused on getting my carpenter's bench out. I think growing late would have been fine if I had childless in play. Like if I've got 2 grain and 2 vegetables here, one coming next round. If I've got 2 grain and 2 vegetables here, I'm feeling actually okay. I'm feeling okay, not great, but I'm feeling okay. I would have had a couple extra food as well. Yeah, if I had childless out, that would have made a big difference. So, unfortunately, the childless did not work well with my axe at all. It's like, green, you haven't built yet? Like, hello. This is board game arena.com. Okay, so I need reed. I need stone. So I can take reed stone food twice, or I could take 2 reed. Um, Probably taking reed stone food. Probably I'm taking Reedstone Food and 2 clay and then Reno. Traveling players this round or next round is also a thing that I can do. Man, I'm kicking myself. I made a lot of mistakes. Made a ton of mistakes. I was not really thinking about Caravan. I guess the other thing about Caravan is that you can use it for your first, and the way I think about a lot of those miners and is that a lot of them you can't use them to grow and then grow again normally after. But with Caravan, you can start player grow and then go back and build and grow again after, which is really annoying. So probably I should have drafted Caravan or played around it a lot more. So. Yeah, and the other thing is maybe my lumber mill line is too slow in a game like this. That's the other thing to think about. That lumber mill might just be too slow in this kind of a game. BMW is still available. I could take 2 reed and build the BMW. But probably it's better just to build the fireplace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then try to get sleeping corner out for my 10th. Caravan is broken. It is super annoying. I hesitate to call it broken because I have not played with it. We banned it on the site like as soon as we started playing revised, pretty much. But I cannot say that it's broken. It is certainly very, very annoying. It's alpha? Yeah, this is alpha on Board Game Arena. It is very disruptive. Yes. Agreed. So 2 moves left. So one of them's probably traveling players, and the other is Renault Fireplace. Renault is not threatened, so I may as well take my traveling players action here. Oh, I had the remaining 2 moves. Harder to keep track of how many remaining moves I have when I don't see all the boards at the same time. That's definitely something different. All right. Well, so if I get to stone and fence reasonably, I'll have a solid farm. Like I probably cross 40. The problem is I expect these two to be above 40 by a decent amount. And yeah, blue just gets to keep start player for no effort, which just wrecks me here. Yeah. Cards granting family oath growth are only applicable stage 5 plus. Yeah, makes sense. Starting player needs to cycle. Blue and red have no reason to shake up first and second. Yep. Yep. And green doesn't have the actions to start player. This is the problem with a player like green who just doesn't, probably not that familiar with the game. Totally like doing the playing seasonal worker, scythe worker, storehouse keeper, pitchfork instead of building growing means that there's just they don't have time to ever take start player. So I've never been second for no effort. The only time I've ever gained in the start player queue is by taking it myself, and most of the time I've had to do that for family growth, which is annoying. All right, 4 wood. Yeah, I do need wood. Probably need multiple wood actions this round. It would be great if I could get sleeping corner down for my 10th improvement. That would be fantastic. PLM, you can get an alpha invite very easily. Yeah, just go to the alpha section of the forum, and then there's an Agricola thread. Click on that. You can post in that or DM the person who, like, there's instructions at the top of the thread. You can get an invite very easily. It's not restrictive at all. The other question is, can I take clay into Stonehouse Reno next round? That's the other question. So, like, is green gonna first action for wood? Right? That's something they could do. Because if I get 4 clay, and then I can Reno next round. Because I can turn 4 clay into 3 stone, and then I can do I can do a reed stone food action this round, and then I could 4 clay Reno next round. The problem is if green first action 4 clay, then that's bad for me. Post the forum link. Nightbot's gonna yell at you if you do. I need to make a command, and I've said this a million times, and I keep forgetting. I need to make an alpha command, and I meant to do it like 2 weeks ago, and I keep forgetting. 3 wood. So yeah, I need 3 wood. I need reedstone food, and probably take traveling players again. Because the only way I can play Sleeping Corner is if I get Plow Sow next round. But I only get Plow Sow if green start players. I guess I could start player myself, but I just don't have a miner to play. Unfortunately, I mean, Braggart at 7 points is fine, which I think is what it's at right now. What do I have? 9 improvements. I have 9 improvements, so it's worth 7 points right now. So I mean, it's still very good. Blue start players again. Man, this sucks. This really sucks. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, yeah, and so maybe, and then the other thing is maybe I have to reevaluate Axe because Axe is so bad with Caravan. Did I get past Caravan? Or did I open it? I don't remember if I got past Caravan by green or not. I wouldn't be surprised if they passed it to me because they have no idea what they're doing. But all right, so I'm eating a clay here, so I have enough food if I don't use Braggart. Or I could traveling players and play Braggart here, or I could fence, or I could traveling players fence. I could do that. Yeah, and try to save Reno for my last action of the game. Hmm. Certainly, I want to first move 4 clay. Yeah, I'm just not getting the actions. I guess I also want to plow on field, and I'm not going to wheel. I'm not going to get plow after fencing, unfortunately. But if I fence now, at least the sheep breed twice, or I can use the food, both of which I think seem fine. But yeah, I laid out my farm badly. This is not the correct way to lay out your farm with This is not the correct way to lay out your farm with Shepherd's Crook. Yeah, I did first pick Carpenter's Parlor. I know. I did first pick Axe. Carpenter's Parlor. So what are the moves I want? I want 4 clay, plow, 4 clay, plow, Reno. The dream scenario, 4 clay, plow, sow, and then I can do Reno improvement and Braggart. Although if I do that, my feeding is really bad, and I end up eating like all my points. The dream would be getting past Plow Sow because blue has something else to do for whatever reason. That's the absolute dream. But Seems unlikely. Yeah, I'm afraid of someone first moving for clay. Like I'm afraid of green just like clown taking for clay or something. They only have two family members. What are they doing? They only have two family members here. If they take four clay, I'm gonna be very irritated. But the thing is, these guys could take four clay just to take me out of the game. They could absolutely do that, or like take four clay to build a cooking hearth. But yeah, you can't beat this many plow like family growth into plow sow for no effort. Can't beat that. So red needs to take. They did okay. Reedstone food here. Yeah, I was gonna say they need to take stuff to Reno. And if I just had one more grain too, that would also be really good. Just one more grain so that my sow bake action could actually be good. Take the four clay here. Are there any majors or improvements I can get with just one action? No, it would have to be sow. And probably red is going to block Reno improvement because red has no need to take Reno fence. So probably red's going to take two stone and then Reno improvement. So yeah, there's no way for me to get the sleeping corner out. The sow bake action is a fine move just because it's a bunch of food. It's one vegetable and four food. So that's fine. 1 point from vegetable and four food. That's okay. It's an okay move. But yeah, I'm very close to winning if I'm just not last the whole if I'm just anything other than last the whole game, I'm in a much better spot. Because you could tell like I'm very close here. Like I have a 5 point or 4 point Reno remaining. Plus I have 7 points from Braggart coming. So I'm gonna be around 47. Very close to this. 54 is a pretty big score though. That is a very big score. Hmm. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. 16 points. And I'm afraid that if you're it yeah, I'm afraid that board game arena there might be a lot of games like this where you'll have like one player who just really does not know what they're doing, and then that can be really unfortunate if you're seated near them. Depending on how they play. Sometimes it could be good for you, sometimes it could be bad. Until ELO gets factored in. Yes, that's true. We played Braggart? Yeah, I'm gonna play Braggart. No, Tudor's played all seven Ox, I think. Yeah, Tudor's played all seven Ox. I have extra food because I have 6 plus the 1 grain plus 2 sheep. So I think I have 1 extra food here. No, maybe not actually. I have exactly the right amount of food if I get regular improvement. Close the gap at the end. Well, that's the thing. I was always going to have big point actions at the end of the game. I was always going to have big point actions at the end of the game, but yeah, they were too far ahead. They were just simply way too far ahead. Uh, so 48 is my final score. It's not bad, but yeah, unfortunate game. Yeah, 56-50. It was a good ranch. It was a very good ranch for red. I was wondering if they had capped their points too low, but I mean, they managed to build 3 major improvements, 3 good major improvements after that, and just continuing to take stones slowed down me in particular. So it worked out well for them. So yeah, I have quite a nice hand. I think I have quite a nice hand. I think that the childless is awkward. Maybe the childless is awkward with axe, and maybe the lumber mill state maybe the lumber mill round one was not correct when I could have just taken reedstone food, right? Like I could have just taken reedstone food round one. Um, yeah, I could have just taken reedstone food round one, so that would have been an interesting line. Um, undefined. Probably should say house steward. I could have just done reedstone food round one. I was pretty keen on that opening though. I guess the other thing that I'm not expecting is I'm not expecting sixth action or is it fifth action start player in that wood miner that didn't get used a single time. That's definitely been a thing playing on Board Game Arena that there have been people who have done like fifth or sixth action start player miner and then never used the miner the whole game. That's happened. I feel like that's happened a couple times. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not far off, right? So I have only one. I have -1 points from animals, right? Because I have 1 sheep, -1, -1. I'm 1 improvement away from another 2 points from Braggart. So like if I can get the sleeping corner out, that's another 3 points, right? Because it doesn't cost me a resource. Um, and then if even so, like sleeping corner plus one of each animal, right? And then I'm 1 point off the lead. But ultimately, what happened is that those two players they were just doing too well for me to make up for the fact that I was just in last. Because I have a very powerful game, but it wasn't that efficient. Because like taking Conjure a bunch of times is not really that efficient. But yeah, let's see, no game here. Building round three childless was best bet. I don't know. There's a pretty big cost, Rilo Kren, to building your first. So House Steward's in the game. So a couple things. House Steward's in the game. There's a really big cost to building your first room before Axe is coming down. If you're gonna play Axe, right? There's a really big cost there. Maybe I got too. So maybe I got too attached to the idea of lumber mill. But what my idea was, okay, lumber mill plus axe means I need 3 total stone. So that's why I was pretty sure I wanted to do the roof baluster line. But what I could have done is I could have done reedstone food round one into 2 wood, which is what I did because I didn't wheel start player, and then I could have done roof baluster on cheapok like at any time. So I could have done that, and I could have done start player into a good wood action. Yeah. The other thing is, like, I think if you count the number of times my opponents got 5 or 6 wood and the number of times I did, that's another big factor in this game. I think the line was fine, Rilo Kren, but I think I was a bit unlucky. A bit unlucky that, yeah. I mean, I passed caravan, right? I passed caravan, so like I should have maybe played around caravan. Maybe I just can't play around caravan. I did have adoptive parents. So like adoptive parents could have been good this game with childless for sure. It could have been good. Yeah. I'm gonna do another game. I don't really have time for another 4 player game. With adoptive parents, I would have slow played growth in stage 2, and then you can grow and adopt whenever. That's a good line. That's a good line. My issue with it is I don't think it's good with Braggart, and I don't think you get to rooms 4 and 5 because I think you have a really hard time getting your lumber mill axe out. Like I think you never get to 3 stone with that, right? Like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, get the sleeping corner down. I totally get that. I just think you never get to 3 stone with that line. What I really want, round 7 You know what would have been really good for me this game? Round 7 family growth. If it's round 7 family growth, I play build into childless. I play single build into childless round 5, right? Because my round 5 was reedstone food into double build. If it's round 7 family growth, I do probably build into childless round 5 or 6 wood into build round 5, and then childless, and then I can get 2 or 3 grain that way. Like late family growth would have been a lot better for me for sure. And then if blue does the start player caravan thing, at least then they have to start player again, and their reno is slowed down. And then I could have done the adoptive childless thing. That could have been a line for sure. Yeah. Obviously, my sleeping corner childless is a lot worse in round 5 family growth because in round 5 family growth, ox just family growth actions just don't stack up, right? It's in late family growth and that happens. I don't think I build first room with axe. I build 4 and 5 after mill on first growth. Yeah, maybe. I just don't think in that line you ever have time. Like, I don't think you ever want to take start player in that line. So I just feel like you're never getting to 3 stone. Like, I think you're playing axe or lumber mill, not both. And then I think you're really short on wood because of how wood intensive my hand was. Now, I could have drafted a hand that was less wood intensive. Like, I drafted a hand that really had to play lumber mill because it was going to be so good. But yeah, that definitely was a line for sure. That definitely was a line for sure. But I think round 5 family growth makes growing a lot better. Round 5 family growth ruins childless. It doesn't have to ruin childless. You know what? It really does not have to ruin childless. It ruins childless plus axe. Childless plus axe do not work well together because, of course, axe delays your first build, right? If I wasn't playing axe, I could have built in round 3 or 4. I could have built in round 3 or 4 and played childless. and then collected childless 4 times. The problem is with Axe, like I said, with Axe and especially with House Steward in the game, I really don't want to have to pay 5 wood for my first room. So. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Just do the one game. It was pretty quick. I mean, that game was probably an hour, 10 minutes, so that's not bad. The board game arena games do seem to go pretty quick, which is good. And yeah, there's a game open here, and there's no open seats, so it's like another hour probably on Play Agricola. So, hey guys, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you so much to Ducker DUCR for the Prime sub. That's really awesome. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming every day this week. So afternoon streams. So same time Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll do a game or two during the day Friday, but then I'm going to be off the entire weekend. Probably one game Friday, maybe two, and then off the entire weekend. And then back on Tuesday. I probably will not stream Monday. I'll probably be back on Tuesday. I'm going to be off for the weekend. So just letting you guys know that. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.